fans, and welcome to another SaturdayComics.com video. And today I've got some great news for you. Go Collect, which I've put a few videos out over the last year or so, and I'm happy to say they have now fixed all the problems that occurred when they did their upgrade. So well done to Go Collect. They have actually listened to their customers and they have fixed the problems. This is more, and their customer service actually works. If you contact them and make a comment or a complaint, they get in touch with you. This is more than can be said for CBCS or CGC, who customer service is non-existent. Right, so I am going to show you what has improved since I last did a YouTube video about Go Collect. Right, the major thing that has improved is I am going to go to my lists and trackers. The dashboard is pretty much as it was. Here's my notifications showing me the comics that I'm watching. Here's the sort of bit about articles, and you can go to the market overview. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to go straight in and show you the improvements on Go Collect. Right, so I'm going to go to Avengers. Right, so at the top here, you can see we have now got the value of the list. So it says on this, my total value of my Avengers comics is $2,276.50, which is made up of one fair market value. So that is a slabbed item where they've put the FMV in, and the rest of them are my personal estimates. Only around 5% of my collection is slabbed, so a lot of the valuation comes from my personal estimates. So this is new. It also shows you if you've got any missing values, which is really useful. You know, sometimes you put a comic in, you forget to put a estimated value on it, and that shows up here, so you can go and find the comic and correct that. So that is tremendous. Right, now what is key here is they have fixed one of the major problems, and that is that the fair market values were not showing correctly. I am happy to report the fair market values are now showing correctly. Let's find this one here and have a look at it. So against each comic, you can see here it says personal estimate. There will be one here which has got an FMV on it because it will be a CGC copy. Boom, I have to find it. I don't immediately remember what it is. Not there. It's of course going to be the last one we look at probably. There it is. Yeah, of course, yes, here we go. It is my Avengers 257 CGC 9.8 white, and the fair market value is 325. It's nearly worth what I paid for it. I still think this is an undervalued comic, so I'm reasonably happy that this fair market value will exceed the price I paid for it. I think probably in the next year, especially with the next Guardians of the Galaxy film coming around. And I can go and have a look at this. Here we go. I've got this notification, so if this comic hits a new high, I will get a notification. You can put in, here's my, it's got its certification ID on it. And I've put the price I paid in it. It has automatically put in, let's just check it is putting the right fair market value in. So let's go to this. It's saying 325. Let's just check that tallies with what it's got against the comic. So if you press view comic, this is now showing this first appearance of Nebula. And indeed, there we go, fair market value 325, which matches what was showing on my valuation. And let's have a quick look at the trending of this. Yeah, so it has dipped a bit. It did go up to $578, and it's now dipped down and is at 355. So like a lot of these comics, we have seen a dip, but it is still selling for significantly more than it was a couple of years ago. Right, so that's really good. Right, and the other thing that is now working on this is you can, if you type in the name of a comic, you can see this little box here, and it tells you what comics you've got. So there's the one we just looked at. I paid $3.50 for it. That's that one, but it's also showing the 2 other copies of this I've got. And if you click on that, it will take you to the comic that you're seeing. So that one there, it's not graded. I think it's a 7.5. I paid $30 for it. I think it's worth $30. There we go. Right, excellent. So let's just go back to my lists, Avengers. So this is really good. You can see here now as well, you can sort, whereas it was just appearing randomly, it can now in alphabetical order, and you can have it descending, ascending or descending alphabetical order. It would be nice if we could also sort by value. So if anybody from CGC is watching, if you could put a sort in by value, that would be great. The other thing I'd say is the old value report, if you also told you what you'd paid for your comics. So on each of my comics, I've got a price paid. It would be nice in this listing up here if we could have price paid total as well, which is quite nice, so you can see the return on your investment. But I am getting fairly nitpicky because effectively Go Collect now works really well as a method of cataloging and valuing your comic collection. So there is a short update. Basically, well done Go Collect. I'm glad I stuck with them. There was sort of 3 or 4 months in which it was very frustrating, but I decided to stick with Go Collect basically because it's got more functionality than Cover Price. Enough said.